My mother always said love should feel like coming home. But tonight, this mansion feels like a mausoleum, and the gold on my finger is colder than a cage. The doors groan as they close behind me, heavy, final. Their sound is the first promise. He keeps no turning back. I stand alone in the marble foyer, wedding dress heavy on my skin, every inch of silk a reminder of the price I paid for survival. The air is scented with Secret's expensive cologne and dying roses, the perfume of old, money and fresh betrayals. He waits at the end of the hall, motionless, carved from shadow and willpower. Alexander Volkov, the city's most feared name, my new husband by contract and enemy by blood. He doesn't move to greet me. His gaze strips me bare, cold, relentless, and completely unreadable. I hear the clock tick, counting down the seconds. Of my obedience, you're late, he says, voice low and dangerous as thunder across water. He doesn't care how the priest's hand shook when he signed the papers. He only wants control. I force my chin up. Traffic. A smile flickers, cruel and brief. You're lying, I can always tell. Can he see the fear crawling under my skin? Does he know my heart is pounding so loud I can barely hear him over? He steps forward, each footstep echoing, measured, impossible to outrun. I hold my breath, as if silence could make me invisible. He stands close enough that I feel the tension sparking between us, as real as the diamond on my finger. Take off your shoes, he commands, not as a request, but as a test. I slip off. My heels, the cool marble biting at my feet. He glances at my bare toes, another smile. This one's softer, almost mocking. You'll learn to follow orders, or you'll learn what happens when you don't. He turns, leaving me standing there barefoot. Unwanted, but not broken. This is not love. This is survival. For now, in the distance, the house murmurs with secrets, low voices, locked doors, the memory of gunfire that once shattered the peace of this place. Tonight I am both guest and captive, bride and bargaining chip. He returns, holding a glass of blood-red wine. To new beginnings, he says, offering it to me, and the end of old lies. I take the glass, my hand trembling just enough for him to notice. Our eyes meet, and for one terrifying moment, I see the real danger, not just him but what I might become in his world. I drink. The taste is sharp, metallic, and unforgiving. He sets his own glass aside, watching me over the rim, silent, patient, as if he already knows every secret I'm still fighting to hide. You have 5 minutes to unpack, he says quietly. After that, your life is no longer your own. Is it possible to lose yourself before you even know who you are? I move up the sweeping staircase, every step carrying me further from the girl I was this morning. Tonight, I am Mrs. Volkov, but I am not his. Not yet. That night, the storm outside rattled the windows, but it was the storm inside me that I truly feared. They say a house can remember every lie ever spoken within its walls. Tonight, every room is whispering warnings I can't quite hear. My suitcase is untouched, an artifact from a life I no longer own. As I move through the darkened corridor, every footstep is measured, every breath counted. The world outside is all rain and gunmetal gray. Inside, his world is even colder. I find him in the study, a cathedral of shadows and ancient wood. Books line the walls, spines scarred from too much handling, secrets pressed between pages like wilted flowers. He sits behind his desk, posture perfect, hands folded. The only sign of life is the faint pulse at his throat. Sit, he commands. Without looking up, I obey. Obedience is safer than pride. For now, he pushes a folder across the desk, cream paper, heavy and expensive. My name is scrawled across the front in ink as dark as dried blood. These are your new rules, he says, voice the texture of silk pulled too tight. He watches me, waiting to see if I'll argue. I open the folder. No contact with my family. No leaving the house unescorted. No locked doors. No secrets. Each rule is a chain. Each sentence a warning. I meet his gaze, searching for any mercy behind his eyes. There is none, and if I break them, I ask, my voice a whisper against the storm. He smiles, slow and silent. Then you'll learn why Volkovs are feared, not loved. Is this what becoming someone's wife means? Becoming their property, their secret? He slides something else across the desk, a ring of keys. Your freedom, such as it is. You have access to anywhere you wish except the basement. And my office? Understand. The forbidden always calls to the desperate. Why do locked doors make me want to run? I nod, swallowing questions I'm too afraid to voice. He leans back, studying me like a puzzle he already solved. I did not want a wife, he says, almost to himself, but I needed a bargaining chip. You are here because your father's debts became too heavy. My father's debts, my price. He stands, coming around the desk. For a moment, I think he might touch me. Instead, he brushes past his cologne, a cold, expensive warning. Remember your place, Milla, he murmurs, voice almost gentle, or I will remind you. I sit there, alone, heart pounding, the rules burning holes in my hands. Later, in my room, I stare at the keys, each one a promise or a threat. Thunder shakes the windows, but the real storm is in the space between us. I am not a bride. I am a secret he will keep or bury. I lock the door behind me. I wonder how long until he notices. I wonder if I want him to. Down the hall, his footsteps. Eco-steady, patient, a hunter in his own home. Tonight I am still a guest. Tomorrow I may be prey. Some doors were built to stay closed, but in this house, even silence feels like a dare. Rain lashes the windows, a drumbeat against old glass. The world outside is wild and uninviting, but it's the hush inside that truly chills me. I wake before dawn. His side of the bed is untouched, a perfect impression of absence. I don't know where he goes at night. I don't know if I want to. His rules echo in my mind, no locked doors, no secrets, no basement, but curiosity, I'm learning, is just another name for hunger. I wander the halls in the early gray light, bare feet soft on marble. The rest of the house is sleeping or pretending to. Only the security lights blink awake, watching. He said no secrets, but every wall here is hiding something, especially him. The basement door stands at the end of a long hallway, black wood, heavy, scarred with old scratches, a single lock. One of my keys. My hand shakes as I try it. The lock turns with a click that sounds like betrayal. Don't heal. No. He always knows, but I open it anyway. Stale air rushes up, thick with earth, oil, and the faintest whisper of gunpowder. My breath fogs in the cold as I take the first step down. The stairs creak under my weight. Every step feels stolen. The darkness below is nearly total, but as my eyes adjust, I see the outlines: crates, a workbench, shelves lined with glass and metal. A faint light flickers at the far end. There are photos on the wall, faces crossed out, some marked in red: enemies, allies, victims. What kind of man keeps a gallery of the dead beneath his home? Suddenly, a voice cuts the silence. I told you never to come down here. He stands. In the shadows at the foot of the stairs, arms folded, jaw clenched. His eyes burn with a warning I feel all the way down to my bones. "You broke the first rule," he says softly, deadly calm. I can't move. I can't speak. My heart is a fist in my throat. I wanted to understand. I manage. Voice almost. Gone, he steps closer. Every movement controlled. Dangerous. There are things in this house, Mila, that will destroy you if you look too closely. Don't mistake my patience for mercy. His hand finds my wrist strong, but not cruel. He leads me back up the stairs, shutting the door with finality. He could have punished me. He didn't. That's a different kind of threat. We stand in the hallway, silence stretching like a wire between us. His breath is warm against my ear. Curiosity is a luxury you can't afford here. He lets go, but his eyes stay on me, searching for a weakness. I will not break. Not tonight. Later, as I lie in the darkness, his words haunt me. What is he hiding beneath this house? And what is he hiding inside himself? The rain is quieter now, but the storm between us is just beginning. The next morning, a new lock is on the basement door. But some doors, once opened, never really close. Promises made in darkness are always the hardest to keep, especially when they come with blood on the line. The morning is cold, gray, sharp as a blade. Breakfast is silent, a ritual of distance. He reads the newspaper. I count my heartbeats. His phone rings. He speaks in Russian, voice low, dangerous. A name slips out, a name I know. My father's. So the past isn't finished with me yet. Neither is he. He ends the call and sets the phone down, eyes finding mine like crosshairs. Your father has broken our agreement, he says. That means you owe me more than obedience now. I don't answer. My silence is all I have left. He stands, walks around the tables, low, calculated, every movement a warning. I saved you once, he says quietly, but I can just as easily take it all back. He leans in so close I can feel the heat of his breath, the chill of his threat. Kiss me, he commands. It's not a request. Every instinct says to run, but running here is just another kind of surrender. I rise, lips trembling. Our mouths meet. His grip on my chin is firm, not cruel, but there's no softness. The kiss is fire and punishment, dominance and promise. His voice is against my lips. Remember this. I own the story now. Every choice, every lie you make them for. Me, is it possible to hate and need someone in the same breath? He pulls away, watching my reaction, waiting for fear, for surrender, but I give him only silence and a defiant stare. He almost smiles. Almost good, he says, his tone unreadable. You're learning. He leaves me standing there, lips burning, heart pounding, soul twisted in knots. Later, I see the contract still, fresh with yesterday's signatures, but now there's blood on the paper. His or mine, I can't be sure. Tonight, the storm is inside me. I wonder who I'll be when it's over. I wonder if I'll even recognize myself. Midnight in this house is never silent. Every shadow is a secret waiting to be heard. I wake too, the sound of voices, low, urgent, just outside my door. His voice is one of them, cold and commanding. Another voice, unknown. A threat wrapped in laughter. She's not safe here. Not if the debt remains unpaid. Who is he talking about? Me or someone even more dangerous? I press my ear to the door. Heart, THUDDING. The voices fall silent. Footsteps approach. A sudden knock. Open the door, Mila. His command, sharp as a knife. I obey, breathless. He enters, jaw set, eyes darker than ever. Pack your things, he says. We're leaving now. Fear tightens in my throat. Where are we going? He doesn't answer. Instead, he checks the window, the locks, the loaded pistol on his hip. He looks scared. Alexander Volkov is never scared. What's out there? He pulls me close, whispering into my hair. There's something I haven't told you. Something they'd kill us both to keep hidden. I try to pull away, but his grip is iron. You want to survive. Do exactly as I say. Don't trust anyone, not even me. His lips brush my ear, soft, electric, terrifying. Some secrets are worth dying for. Some are worth killing for. We slip into the darkness, the city outside more dangerous than ever. Behind us, the house swallows its secrets. But I carry one with me now, the suspicion that I was never just a bride. I was the bait. I always thought. Being wanted would feel like love. Tonight, being wanted means running for my life. The car cuts through the city like a bullet. Alexander drives, eyes scanning every mirror, every shadow. His jaw is clenched. He hasn't spoken in minutes. Rain blurs the world outside a city of ghosts and warnings. Inside the car, fear sits between us, silent and heavy. My hands tremble. In my lap, I watch the world I used to know fade behind glass and speed. Is this escape? Or just another kind of prison? We turn down an alley, headlights slicing through the dark. Alexa night, even the city feels like a set of teeth waiting to close around me. Alexander kills the headlights. For a moment, the world is only the sound of rain on metal and the thunder of my heart. He turns to me, eyes like ice. Stay low, don't speak. If I say run, you run. Before I can answer, his phone vibrates. One word flashes on the screen. FOND. He curses in Russian. They're closer than I thought. He shoves a gun into my hand, cold and far too heavy. I've never touched a weapon before. Now it's the only thing between me and death. Outside, footsteps slap the wet pavement. Too many, too fast. He pulls me from the car, down a narrow alley, always one step ahead, always glancing back. His grip is bruising, but I hold on like it's the only thing keeping me alive. I am no longer a bride. I am a target. We duck into a crumbling warehouse. Shadows swallowing us whole. Alexander presses me against the wall, face inches from mine. If they find us, don't hesitate. Pull the trigger. Don't wait for mercy. A door creaks open. Footsteps. A familiar voice cuts through the dark. A name I haven't heard since childhood. Mila, come out, sweetheart. Your father sent me. My blood runs cold. He knows my name, but my father would never send a killer. Alexander's whisper burns against my ear. Don't trust anyone, especially those who sound familiar. The footsteps draw closer. I grip the gun tighter, torn between fear and the memory of safer times. The door slams shut. Silence. Alexander moves first. Silent, lethal. A single shot rings out, echoing through the emptiness. The man falls. Blood pools on the concrete. And suddenly I realize Alexander just killed a piece of my past to keep me safe. But at what cost? I never wanted to be hunted. I never wanted to survive like this. But now I have no choice. Every hiding place has its own kind of danger. In this one, the biggest threat might be the truth. The safe house is nothing like the mansion. No marble, no servants, just peeling walls and a single flickering bulb. The silence here is thick, less elegant, more raw. Alexander locks every window, checks every door. He barely looks at me. His hands shake when he thinks I'm not watching. He's afraid. That terrifies me more than the men outside. He tosses me a bag clothes, a phone, a new passport. Don't trust the name. Don't trust the photo. It's all for them, not for you. I stare at the fake passport. Alina Ivanova, a girl I've never been, a woman I may have to become. He sits on the edge of the bed, head in his hands. His voice is broken glass. I never meant for you to get dragged into this, but now you're in deeper than even I can pull you out. I want to yell, to rage at him, but all I manage is a whisper. What aren't you telling me? He lifts. His head, eyes empty. There's a price on your life, Mila, not just because of your father. Because of what you are to me. My breath catches, and what am I? He doesn't answer, not with words. Instead, he pulls me into him, the heat of his touch warring with the cold between us. For the first time, I don't freeze. I fight back. My hands push, my voice rises, my anger finally breaking free. You made me your hostage, Alexander. I am not your property. I am not your punishment. He lets go, stunned, then almost smiling. That's what I've been waiting for. The real Mila. A sound outside footsteps. A whispered threat. He's up in an instant, gun drawn, back to cold and unreadable. He nods toward the closet. Hide now. But this time, I don't run. I grab the second gun. I step into the dark with him. Tonight I fight. Tonight I am no one's victim. It's easier to fight your enemies than to trust your allies. Tonight I don't know who to fear more, those outside or the man at my side. Gunshots shatter the silence. Glass rains across the floor. Alexander pulls me down, his body a shield, his breath hot against my ear. Stay down, Mila. For once I don't listen. I fire back. My hands shake, but my aim is true enough to buy us seconds. He kicks open the back door. We run barefoot, breathless, into the night. Behind us, shadows chase. Bullets sing. We duck into an alley, heartbeats pounding louder than the chaos. But as we turn the corner, someone is already waiting. It's the one person I thought I could trust, my cousin Dima. He steps out of the dark, gun raised, smile cold. Did you really think you could run, Mila? Family always collects its debts. Alexander steps in front of me, voice steel. You'll have to go through me. Dima laughs. That was the plan all along. He pulls the trigger. The sound is deafening. Alexander staggers, blood blooming on his shirt. I scream. Everything slows, the city, the rain, even my own heart. Betrayal isn't just a knife in the back. Sometimes it's a bullet meant for someone you love. Dima grabs my arm. Let's go, Mila. You were never safe with him. You're coming home. My eyes find Alexander's pain, fury, and something like regret. Run, Mila, he mouths. Don't let them win, but I don't run. I grab Dima's gun. The way Alexander taught me. This time, I am the threat. Tonight, I choose my own fate, even if it means becoming someone I no longer recognize. They say blood is thicker than water, but tonight, it feels like poison in my veins. Dima's grip is bruising, his voice a razor. You never belonged to him, Mila. You belong to us, too. Family. Alexander lies bleeding on the concrete, eyes locked on mine. He's losing strength, but not the fight in him. Let her go, Dima, he rasps, pain raw in his words. She's not your property. Dima laughs, cold and cruel. She was never yours either. She's a Volkov by contract, nothing more. I twist in Dima's grasp, fury igniting inside me. I'm done being currency. I'm done being a secret passed between men. With one desperate move, I drive my elbow into his ribs. He falters. I seize the moment, grab the gun, the way Alexander showed me. My voice is shaking but unbroken. Let me go, or I swear I'll finish what he started. For a moment, Dima hesitates, shock and something like fear flickering in his eyes. Behind me, Alexander tries to rise, blood streaking his shirt. I told you she wasn't weak, he manages, pride hidden in the pain. This is my family. This is my enemy. And I am the only one who decides who I become. The sirens wail in the distance closer now. Dima weighs his odds and lets me go, vanishing into the shadows, leaving only threats behind. I drop to Alexander's side, pressing my hands to his wound, the blood hot and real. Stay with me, I whisper. Don't leave me, not now. He looks up, eyes softer than I've ever seen. I never wanted you in this world, Mila, but now I can't imagine surviving it without you. Tears blur my vision. Maybe love isn't a sanctuary. Maybe it's a battlefield, and the only way out is through. As the police lights flash, I realize my life will never be the same. Not after tonight. Not after the blood and the choices I made. I'm not just a bride, not just a bargaining chip. Tonight, I bought my own freedom with blood. Sometimes the truth doesn't set you free. Sometimes it just sets everything on fire. The hospital lights are harsh, fluorescent, too bright after so many nights in the dark. Alexander lies pale, stitched and silent. Machines beep, counting down time I never thought I'd want more of. I watch him, every second heavier than the last. The city outside is waking up, but my world has never felt further away. A nurse appears. He's asking for you. My heart stumbles. I slip into the room. He's awake, eyes focused, as intense as ever. He gestures for me to come closer. I never told you the truth about your father, he whispers, voice rough with pain and secrets. My breath catches. I always knew there was one more lie waiting at the end of the road. Alexander reaches for my hand. His touch is weak, but deliberate. Your father didn't sell you to me, Mila. He tried to save you. He knew someone in the family wanted you dead. This marriage was the only way I could protect you. The room spins. All this time I thought I was the sacrifice. But I was the secret weapon. Why didn't you tell me? My voice cracks, raw and trembling. He closes his eyes, breathing shallow, because if you knew, you'd never trust me. And trust is the only thing that keeps us alive in this world. I lower my head, tears burning. Trust, love, there. Just different words for the same surrender. He pulls me closer, one last time. One last promise in his eyes. I can't promise safety. Only that I'll fight for you, Mila. Whatever you choose after this, be free. A long silence falls between us. But this time, it's not empty. It's peace. Maybe that's all we ever get. Not a happy ending. Just a real one. I stand by his side as the sun rises, painting hope over the scars of our night. This is my world, now danger and destiny, secrets and survival, and somewhere inside all that darkness, I finally found myself.